Hi guys, this is Sharon and today I'm gonna show you how to make this heart stitch purse with compartment and zipper. To start this project, you're gonna need to make a number of chains, and it's in multiple of 7. And then since I want this, so what I did is I chained in multiples of 7, and then I wrapped this around the phone this way. So if your phone isn't, and then this will be the opening of the phone that I'll be making. And then after this one, I'm going to slip stitch to form a ring. So be careful not to twist it, because it's not gonna look good if it's twisted. So what I'm doing right now is just trying to run it down my finger, make sure they're on the same direction, and then I'm going to work a slip stitch on the very first chain that I've made. And first we're going to work a foundation for this phone pouch that we're making, and then I'm gonna chain 3, work 1 double crochet in every stitch around, others they would work double crochets on the back chain, which really makes a nice edging. But since this would be the bottom part, so at the end of finishing the whole project, we're gonna close this one off just like what I did before. I will keep on working 1 double crochet in every chain. In the next clip, I'm gonna show you how to end this round. I'm on my last stitch now of round 1, and I'm going to add or join a new color. I chose red, and on top of the beginning 3rd chain I'm going to catch the red yarn, and then I'm gonna make my first clusters of double crochets. So I'm gonna start by chaining 2, and then yarn over into the same stitch, work half finished double crochet, and then work 1 more half finished double crochet, and then I yarn over and pull all 3 loops, chain 2, and then I'm gonna repeat by working 3 half finished double crochets all in the same stitch. So this will create the heart stitch, and you will repeat this around for round 2. So after this, I'm going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3. I will skip 6 stitches or 6 double crochets, so make sure you only skip 6 double crochets, and on the 7th double crochet, repeat working the heart stitch, and in between those clusters of double crochets you're going to chain 2, and then make another 3 half finished double crochets and then chain 3 in between. So you're just going to repeat this around, and then we'll get back to the white yarn. Once you get back around, do not forget to chain 3 before you slip stitch on top of the cluster of double crochets. So you're gonna get the white yarn again, and this time you're gonna work with the white yarn, and we're ready for round 3. So for round 3, we're going to and then we're going to chain 2, work a single crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 2, and repeat. So this is the repeat pattern. Repeat until you get back around. So I'm working on my last 2 double crochets, and make sure you have worked it on the 3rd and 4th skip stitches, starting from the right to left, and then do not forget to chain 2. So you're going to slip stitch in here. So for round 3, I'm sorry, round one double crochet and another one. So 2 double crochets into the chain 2 space, and then 1 double crochet on top of each double crochet. So we're like working 1 double crochet in every stitch, and then on top of the single crochet, work a double crochet, and then into the chain 2 space, work 2 double crochets. So this is the easiest rounds, so you're just gonna have to repeat that until you get back around. So after I got to the height I want for my purse, it's time to work the edging, and I'm going to chain one single crochet in the same stitch and in every stitch. So in every chain 2 spaces, I'm going to work 2 single crochets and then 1 single crochet into each of the 2 double crochets of the previous round. So I'm gonna do 2 rounds of this one. Once I get back, I'm going to slip stitch on top of the single crochet and then work 1 more round of 1 single crochet in every stitch. You can slip stitch on top of the very first single crochet, and then you just need to fasten up. And next is we're going to close off the bottom part. Once you have weaved in all the ends, and the next step is we're going to close off the bottom. I did the same thing in my other previous projects, and I'm going to add the link in the description box so that you may follow what I did in there. It's the same thing. So you flip it, and this is the wrong side, and this is where we did the join, and then get the white yarn. This time I'm gonna use a smaller hook. The first one I used was 4.0 millimeter. Now I'm only using 3.5, and I'm going to lay it flat like this, and I'm going to start from the right side, catching both loops. So if you started your foundation with working stitches on the back chain, you will have 2 loops, but because I did the front loop of each chain, I only had 2. So then I'm going to work my first single crochet in there. That's how I make my first single crochet, and then I'm gonna put the tail right here so that I can bury the tail as I go. So just simply work 1 single crochet in every stitch until you get to the other side. Also take note, this is a join, and once you lay it flat like that and you want the join to be on this side, so you can just simply put it on this side so that it will not be noticeable, and then continue closing off the bottom. Once you get back around, work your last single crochet, and then we're going to work a few more rows of 1 single crochet in every stitch until we get to the height we want for the compartment. So chain 1, turn, work 1 single crochet in every stitch. Make sure that each row has the same number of stitches. I made about 16 rounds of 1 single crochet in every stitch. So after this one, I'm going to chain 1 and then cut off the yarn, and I'm going to fasten off. And before you fasten off, make sure that you try it first to see if you get the height of this separator. So once you get the height you want for this inside the purse, so once it's done, it's gonna look like this. And for you who do not like to sew the zipper in, there's another way. You will need a glue, a fabric glue that is waterproof and will not rip off. I don't know, because I've seen a lot of people using this one to attach the zipper instead of sewing it. So you can, it's an option for you to do this one, or I have lots of video tutorials on how to attach the zipper by working a few rounds of single crochets around the zipper. But I haven't done gluing it around the opening, so that is what I'm going to do now instead of sewing it. I'm using a continuous zipper, and I'm going to maybe leave an inch allowance on both sides. After this, I'm going to cut the zipper around this part, I guess. Not too long and not too short, so you need an allowance in order to make or attach the zipper. So I'm going to cut off about maybe 7 to 8 inches. And then I'm going to add the slider first. I've tried a couple of zippers and sliders, and this one really fits well. So you have to make sure that it opens and closes smoothly. And of course you have to sew the zipper ends so that this slider will not come out. Alright, so what I'm showing you right now is this is how I'm going to attach them by adding a glue or a fabric glue around these areas, and then I'm going to maybe add pins. But first I need to try it on to see how it's gonna look like first. So it might take a little time to make sure it's not gonna look really okay. So that's what it should look like, and I'm still thinking on whether I'll sew it first and then add glue to secure, but that's how I want the zipper to be. This is my first time to use the glue in attaching the zipper, and I'm telling you, it's not that easy to add the glue because it takes time to dry out, and you really have to add some pins or whatever to secure the zipper. And I struggled a little bit, but just look, it's already finished and it's very beautiful. It has a compartment inside for you to put on your cell phone or other stuff. You can make this one bigger by just chaining in multiples of 7 in rounds and add add some zipper once you're done. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you like this video, do not forget to hit like, comment down below for some of the requests that you'd like to see in my channel, and don't forget to subscribe.